Welcome back to the Build Live Desk. I'm Donna Sarkar. Where is my lovely co-host, Seth Juarez, you ask? I don't know. It might have something to do with those robot dogs that he likes so much. So I hope that you had a chance to tune in to James Phillips' live broadcast, hearing all about the Power Platform and everything we're going to keep doing with the Power Platform plus Pro Devs better together. So instead of me just wildly speculating about it for 15 minutes, which I would do, we thought it would be fun to invite Charles Lamanna, one of the speakers, to come and join us. Charles, where are you at? There you are.
Hello, Donna.
Hi.
I'm here in my living room.
Love it. Love it. Safe and sound, hopefully.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I got my nice little home studio set up. I'm pretty proud of it.
Love it. You might have to change your background to be not white at some point. But yeah, that way, if you have green, you could change to be all sorts of things. So tell us, you, in the middle of Build, in the middle of all of the excitement around the keynote and such, yesterday, you all casually bought a company called Soft Motive?
We did.
Yeah, and Satya kind of dropped that in his keynote, and we're like, wait, what? So can you tell us a little bit about Soft Motive, what they do, and why this is a big deal?
Yep. Yeah. So Soft Motive is one of the leading RPA vendors out there. So for over 15 years, they've helped provide rich Windows desktop application automation. And this is really important because it helps complement the very cloud-centric, API, AI-centric Power Automate offering to really give a single solution that can automate anything in any company, anywhere. And what's great is Soft Motive has had this whole idea of being low code for citizen developers for their entire existence. So it's really a perfect fit for the Power Platform.
They've been around 15 years working on low code automation tools. That's wild, right? It's like fate. So RPA, robotic process automation, can you tell us a little bit about why this matters and why it's such an important business, especially for all these legacy apps that exist? Like, you know, many of the tools that we've seen in the studio, I'm like, there's a legacy app. And I always think like, what we need is RPA. So can you share a little bit of those stories?
Yeah. So I'd say there are two really interesting things about RPA. The first is every IT landscape, every enterprise landscape is just full of old, crusty, legacy stuff.
Yes.
And the big problem when we go learn about Kubernetes, we learn about Azure Functions, we learn about all this new exciting technology, but we can't integrate with that legacy system. RPA is an easy way to have a bridge between all your new exciting software and solutions you're building, but still get back into those systems that actually store your customer list or your financial records or some other really important business process data. And the second thing is, really, we've gotten to a point with RPA, with artificial intelligence and machine learning and computer vision, that it's really robust and very strong. So even if you have those legacy apps, you can now build UI automation that will last and be durable. And that wasn't as true 10 years ago where AI wasn't as prevalent.
This is so true. And I think we're going to see so many people, especially now, realize that, oh, there's a huge opportunity here. And by using these tools that I can actually learn quite quickly, I can automate away some of these really manual tasks that I may have at the office that I can't get into right now. And let's figure out a way to do those from home. So that's awesome. Speaking of remote work, our team as a whole, the Power Platform organization, has undergone quite the change in the last 3 months. And our customers have too. Do you want to talk a little bit about just this remote work culture that we've all suddenly adapted and what your thoughts are on that?
Yeah, so I think like in general, it's pretty amazing to see how quickly Microsoft and all of our employees have been able to pivot to be remote workers. And it's interesting watching how like meetings evolve. I mean, at first it's just video conferencing, but now we have like side chats. We have apps that we use to vote on topics during bigger meetings, so we can kind of like upvote the most important questions. But it's just really fascinating to watch the evolution of how meetings work, how collaboration works, how communication works. And of course, when we see that, we think, what does this mean to the Power Platform? So we're now rethinking a whole bunch of capabilities in Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent to go respond to that different work environment that's happening when people are at home and using things like Teams to communicate in a very different way than they would in person.
What I think is super interesting about this time was how quickly the team has just kind of shifted to respond to the needs of governmental agencies as well as hospitals. The set of demos that you and Julie and Co did with James just now was so fascinating because they're all real. This is not made up stuff. And these aren't scenarios that, you know, some PM on our team came up with. They were the hospital saying, we need to figure out how many beds we can fit in this room. Here's a real life situation. So can you tell us a little bit about how mixed reality, which is totally in preview, suddenly became an integral part? And that demo that Julie did with mixed reality and AI Builder and the Power App was so fantastic. Can you share a little bit about how mixed reality evolved so fast on our team and where you see it going next?
Yeah. I think, like, mixed reality is really fascinating because what we're seeing is people have to respond so quickly to such changing dynamics. I mean, you're putting hospital beds or you're having shelters in place that you never had them before. Mixed reality allows you to go visualize that, mock it out without having to go hire an architect or floor planner. And that's kind of what the reality is of the world right now. You just have to be able to respond and react as quickly as possible. And just mixed reality makes that very possible on that mobile device. In terms of where we're going, one of the really exciting things that we're working on is basically we're saying, how can we make the physical world become more part of the digital world using mixed reality and geospatial understanding? Yeah. So things like being able to use a Power App to go measure dimensions or create 3D models just by pointing and clicking at things. That way you can have a 3D model without having to have something already off the shelf. Or how can you go understand IoT data inside of a Power App in real time? And just this whole completely different way of thinking of apps, of just not being digital only, but also digital and physical at the same time.
I think that is amazing. Thinking about how do you make 3D objects without being a 3D expert? How can you actually scan and say, we can translate this into some sort of an app, into some sort of an object we see pulled into a Power App? That just completely changes businesses, right? There's so many retailers right now. People can't go into shops. People can't see this couch. People can't see this object. And I can see that completely changing the game for that industry, as well as manufacturing and all of these industries we hear so much from. So that, of course, the Power Mixed Reality and Power Apps and AI Builder is my favorite thing in the world. But I know your favorite thing in the world is the T-SQL over CDS. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so because CDS, or the Common Data Service, is really the heart of the Power Platform. Yeah. It's the out-of-the-box backend where you can store all your data, secure it, manage it, scale it, have disaster recovery, all of that good stuff. And for me, I come from a dev background. I mean, I was a developer. I still view myself as a developer. And all the time when I use the Common Data Service, I just like, man, I wish I could get in with T-SQL and just go do some joins, do some queries, do some group by, to really understand the data behind my Power App. And before, you couldn't quite do that. You were stuck in low code land, kind of, using the visual experience to explore the data. But with T-SQL, I can use literally my favorite tool, I think, in my entire career, which is SQL Server Management Studio, and just have at it. And just that completely changes how you look at Common Data Service. And I think it's one of the best examples of how serious we are about bringing professional developers and IT developers to the Power Platform, the fact that we ship this feature, because business users are not going to write T-SQL. That I promise.
So unless business users decide to become pro devs because they love opening up Visual Studio and doing all this so much, generally they're going to say, what is T-SQL? I remember at MBAS when you announced this, half the audience said, what is T-SQL? And the other half is like, oh, it's the best thing that's ever happened. So I think for devs, especially this audience we're talking to right now, they're like, actually, we live that life. We would love that. That sounds amazing. And speaking of more interesting data tools for devs, Azure Synapse and Power BI, that was a fun surprise that Satya brought up and and James brought up and Scott Gu brought up in his AMA just now. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I'm like, Power BI is such a great example with Synapse because it really helps with two things. Yeah. Number one, you can empower your business users, people who are in accounting and finance, legal, to go explore all the amazing data assets and all the amazing machine learning you've already done inside of your Synapse backend to get more value from the work that your development team has basically implemented. But the second thing is your developers can actually use Power BI now to go explore all the data that they have inside of Synapse, create great visuals, embed those visuals on websites and web properties, and even just use it to go distribute your assets out in a way where you don't have to go build an application or UI for every single report. You can actually create a slicing and dicing experience. And that combo of, I'd say, as dev heavy as it can get with Synapse, you got Jupyter notebooks, you're writing tons of very advanced capabilities, all the way to a visual low-code experience with Power BI. That combination in one integrated spectrum is one of the best examples out there right now of the no cliff story that James was talking about, going from low code to code first with no cliffs in between. And I think that's just like something that we're going to increasingly see over the next 6 months across all the Power Platform as a big focus area.
I think it is so interesting how we're just starting this conversation around pro code usage for the Power Platform. And it's only going to become more and more and more, especially with looking at some of the collaboration tools. I love that Julie did her demo in Visual Studio so she could collaborate with other people on our team and with Swedish to co-build. So we're not co-building in necessarily the Power Apps Builder, but co-building in Visual Studio. On using something we built in low code, we're able to expand it in pro code. So there's a question for you from the audience from Ricky J. If I pump data into ADLS using CDM, can it be easily imported into CDS?
Yes. So we have a bunch of, basically we call them data flows as a concept. So data flows very easily can help you move your data into CDS from a whole bunch of different data sources. ADLS, of course, is one of our favorite data sources to integrate with on the Common Data Service side of the house. And as we go look at what CDM means for Microsoft, we're increasingly going to make it so things like data catalogs and data and metadata can flow back and forth between what you see in Power Platform and inside of Azure. So I'd say data flows is the best way to go do that today. And we're going to keep making data flows better and better over time. And bidirectionality from CDS to data lake and data lake back to CDS are both essential capabilities that we have out of the box today with data flow and our export to data lake capability inside of Common Data Service.
Awesome. I love that. So tell us a little bit about this bot framework PVA extension thing. That was some cool news and very, very interesting set of demos that we've been seeing.
That's another great no cliffs example, because it's the whole idea is Power Virtual Agent is a fantastic way to rapidly churn out topics for your bot. Yeah. You don't need to have a developer to build every single new trigger word, every single new routing. You can churn out a bunch of topics. But like what always happens with a bot is you don't want your bot just to be about regurgitating information back to a human. Right. That's not a really transformative bot. You want a bot that can actually do something. And we have a lot of data connectors out of the box and a lot of integration. But usually to really do something interesting, you need to go write some code.
That's right.
And because you can use the Azure Bot Framework to author a skill, and that skill can then be registered inside of PVA or Power Virtual Agent, it's very easy to go take actions across all kinds of different systems. And we have like one great example is we've been working really closely with Coca-Cola, and they have a great employee-facing bot that mixes Power Virtual Agent and Azure Bot Framework skills seamlessly, so they can use, I'd say, the best of both worlds to build out a whole bunch of topics and really help their employee experience. So it's something that we've been working on. It's gotten a lot better with the recent announcements. It was in Satya's keynote as well for the Bot Framework Composer. But it's something that we see in the wild already from our customers.
I think that is fantastic. I think it's so important for those people who work in Bot Framework to realize that there's so much work they don't have to do to set up their bot. Their bot can be auto-magically set up. I love to set mine up from an FAQ personally. I'm going to make Mary Jo do it, just so you know. And we're going to make Mary Jo do it, and then maybe have Paul extend it with the Bot Framework. That'll be a wild demo on Windows Weekly. That will be crazy. So there's another question from the audience, from Carlos P. Is there going to be a modeling tool for CDS?
Yeah, so I'd say there's kind of two pieces to what we think about modeling. The first is we want to go make sure that increasingly you can use the data modeling tools you already know as a developer. So things like SQL Server Management Studio, for example, or other SQL tools to go interact with the Common Data Service. And the reason we want to do that is because the last thing you want to do is to go make a developer learn a new tool chain and a new toolkit to go do things that they can do very easily in other platforms on top of Common Data Service. So it's to go increasingly integrate with existing types of SQL tools. The second thing is we also are working on basically, how can we go get a more graphical, visual, interactive experience for the Common Data Service entities and tables so that you can have a really good low-code, rapid, easy way to go bind these things together. So those are kind of two things in parallel, and both will always exist because they serve different audiences and different types of users. Right. But we think that they kind of will serve each user type the best possible way, a low-code, no-code way, and a code-first, code-centric way that matches what people already do with SQL today.
You know what I really like about this? I like these questions coming in, and it's giving both of us and the entire team a bunch of ideas on, oh, people want this, right? Our roadmap is decided by your feedback and your comments. So much of what we've done on the team, like see the entire COVID crisis series of apps and tools and portals we made, were directly co-created by all of the hospitals and governments, because people are saying, I need this and I need this to be easier. So we have more questions for you. Mainly, can I create and use CDS on-prem? But you may want to answer that on Twitter, because I do want to tell everyone, make a bit of an announcement here for the first time. So Charles and me and our teams are actually going to put on a Pro Devs conference with Power Platform. So we're going to call it Powerful Devs, and it's going to be all pro devs using Power Platform plus their usual tools, whether that's .NET or Bot Framework or Azure ML or Synapse, to build solutions that are interesting and cool. So stay tuned for that in July, not next year, but this July. So Charles, do you have any homework for the audience?
I would say go try out the Power Platform. If you're a dev and you haven't used it before, go give it a shot. In just an afternoon, you can get started, and then you can quickly go integrate with all your existing dev tools. So the biggest thing would be go try it out. We really feel good about what the story we built for developers, and I say for the first time.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Donna, for having me on the
Thank you so much for being here. You can find both of us on Twitter, and we love to answer your dev questions. All right, everyone, make sure to check out Microsoft Learn, where you can find all these courses and such. And now it's over to Seth.